So the point is how much we use in that moment the AI basically already.
Yes. So yes, the first topic is how those new tools they save time for our daily lives. But the thing is, personally, I am not yet in a position where it really makes me gain a lot of time for work or something like this. But I suppose a lot of people are already using those models in order to summarize emails or find the best way to turn a letter, or maybe writing to a lawyer or a doctor or any other companies. I think we have an issue with the volume. Let's see.
Maybe you should make your volume higher, Greg.
Is it better right now?
Not much from me, so I can hear you, but not very loud.
Let me see the parameters here.
I think from OBS the setting of the volume. There is some people on the scene.
But it's so smooth, dog. It's very smooth. Why is my phone so blurry today? My camera is so blurry today.
Yeah, normally it should be fine on my end.
He could hear me better.
Now it's better.
Okay. I'm already at the maximum sound. Yeah. Is it still the same? I mean, can you hear me like...
I can hear you from my side. Is not a problem.
Okay, so basically we have someone who say subliminal, who says he or she can hear us both very well. So I guess let's go on with with the topic then. I see a camera. Wait, hold on, because we have a 15-second delay or something. Okay, so I see Diao. Hello.
Yeah, you too. Ciao,
Hey,
Diao.
ciao, Bello. Ciao, Bello. How are you guys?
Fine,
yeah, good.
So, Greg, won't you go forward with the point?
Yes, so basically, to summarize again, I mean, the topic will be on three parts. First, on how generative AI is a benefit to our daily lives, how it has helped a lot of people since its beginning. Then we will go on the impact of AI on jobs. Maybe it's not there yet, but maybe from now until 5-10 years, it will impact probably a lot of jobs. And then we will go about the ethical challenges that generative AI cause to our society and probably the earth in general. We will see in details. So first, let's go with the positive side. And Fabio, you mentioned augmentation versus replacement.
Yes.
So the idea is to know in your daily task Are you already offloading certain parts of your job to AI to maximize your productivity? How do you guys deal with it?
So I'm not using the AI direct with my job, but I see many people around me using in already in job, even for very important things. And I am one that use it for my personal things to make it lighter. So if I have to write something to someone, or I have to search something, personally, I don't Google much more. I go direct by IE, and now even Google gives you the result of IE basic. So it has a middle impact on my life, the IE, already now.
And also me, like
And
personally, me, most of my projects I done with AI, but I won't just say AI alone, because it still needs your touch here and there, you know. Like personally in my business, I would say for a promo video, you know, I take a
Yeah.
picture, then I do a prompt. Like I take that picture, then I use a picture into video AI. You know, it helps me with that instead of doing a whole sequence of an animation that would take you 2 days to do it. Now you have AI whereby you can just command it that I want this avatar to do this and this, and it helps me more with time, you know, like something that I used to do that took me 2 days or 5 days to do. Now I can do it with AI in a couple of minutes. But alone, like, you can't just trust it alone. Even when I prompt few videos, they still need my touch at the end, whereby I implement CapCut. You know, I would have to build a storyline whereby there's no AI there, it's just me. But with the assistant of AI, things that I used to take weeks to do, I can do it more quicker, you know. So I think most people say AI is gonna make people lazy, but I beg to differ with that. You know, because like it helps you, you know, it something that
okay,
if you used to take a week to make something, AI can help you take a day to do it, you know.
This is
on that side, yes. I mean, it makes you more efficient for certain tasks. Yes, but then you say people claim that the AI will make people lazy, but you
Yeah.
beg to differ for that. We will see later on about this. So yes, I mean, it's the same for me. I remember at one point I was using AI in order to, I just wanted a certain template for an Excel document for a tracking form or something. I just asked AI to do something, and within a few seconds, I had my Excel document ready. Of course, with certain parts that I did not need, but it was pretty nice. So yes, on one hand, it gives you that productivity that is missing sometimes.
but one hand, it makes the people that they don't have your professionality goes very near to your level of professionality, I want to say.
Yes, we have a saying in French. I don't know how to say that in English, but sometimes you have to take things with a pinch of salt. That's how they say in English. With a pinch of salt, you have to be cautious when you interact with those programs, because each and every one of us have their own professional sets of skills, I would say. And sometimes when you are very precise about something, you push a little bit the AI and you figure out that it's not that accurate. And on that side, of course, we see that we have all this productivity, all this gain in terms of time, and of course money that is obtained with AI. Then how about a lot of the labors? I mean, all of this, you have this concern in the corner of your head. What is it going to be? If you are in accounting, if you are in design, if you are in IT, if you are in coding, if you are in as an office clerk, how is AI going to be dealing with us? I mean, or rather, how are we going, to deal with this change? I mean, right now it's just the beginning, but in 5 years, systems are going to be better. In 10 years,
This is
we already see a lot.
one point, because now with the AI, of course, it helps a lot, but there is even a big human part where a person with knowledge adjusts everything. It could be an image, it could be a text, but there are exactly the adjustment that we are doing today. The AI is going to learn. And then in the next futures, the human touch, it will be less important, I want to say. For example, 1 year ago, you make an image with AI, and then comes people with 7 fingers to a hand, and then you have to correct, pay attention. Human have only 5 fingers. But today, after 1 year, I don't see any other image with people with more than 5 fingers. That means the AI learned that we learned that the AI people have only 5 fingers. So this is what will be in the future. The adjustment that we are going to do today are the adjustment that perfections the AI tomorrow, basically.
Yes, but how is this is just for image generation, but what about the jobs that people have? I mean, not everybody is, I would say, an engineer or a rocket scientist, or, we need folks from all walks of life. We need clerks. We need tellers at the bank. We need accounting staff. We need, we need everybody to make society work, basically.
But still I say AI could handle that. AI has the potential of replacing all of that. With the human touch, with what's happening right now. There's few companies that are already implementing AI into their systems, and people are losing jobs. And I would say this AI thing is more of do you jump on the wagon or be left out? Because I understood that with there's groups of people that are saying AI should be stopped, activist communities and all of that. But do you think they're gonna succeed with that?
They looks like the people that protest, but to the end nothing happened, and what the global mentality thinks go anyway further. So these activists, they will never stop nothing, to me.
Is and man, check things like, let me ask you a question, Kairos. Let me say you own a company, ne? And when you own a company, you have this big manufacturing machine. Not before we get to the big manufacturing machine, you have 10 laborers. You have 10 people that are working for you, that are doing maintenance in this company. Then I come to you as an inventor and I say, hey bro, look, I have this machine that can do what all of these guys are doing. And in a year, you spend, for example, 100K US dollars to take care of these people. But with this machine, you're just going to spend 2.5K for maintenance a year. You as an owner of the company, we're not looking for, I'm not talking on behalf of the people that work for you. You as an owner of the company, you're going to say, because I want to save money, let me take this machine, because this machine doesn't get tired, doesn't complain. I only maintain it once a year and with less money. But those people that work for me, I have to pay them monthly. I have to give them warnings. I have to run behind them to get the work done. So I think AI is going to start tackling from business owners first before normal people need to learn and employ them in their skills. Because they're going to start realizing that in a normal resume, you need to know how to use AI. If you can't, you're going to be left out. It's more going to be like, it's going to help people who know how to use it. You get me?
But use it how? Use it how? This is the point. I mean, this is like an elevator speech that I hear since 2024. When did it start with AI? 2024, 2023? I forgot. I heard this so many times that if you don't know how to use AI, you will be left out. But what is there to use at the moment? I mean, sure, run a prompt in order to run an email. It depends on our industry. To me, I work in an office, so basically, I deal with a lot of clients from all over the world, and my daily task is basically with two screens. I deal with emails. I have different kinds of softwares for doing the jobs, but it's mainly with emails. How is AI going to help me? What kind of set of skills do I have to learn to get with AI?
I get your question. For me, from my side, I'm gonna speak on my behalf, because I don't know how other people. For me, there's things, as I said, there's things I couldn't do, but with the right prompting, I could make them. Because I know that I could go to somebody and say, "Hey, dog, create a promo vid," using AI. He won't create it the same way I would create it. And it's all based on prompting. The more you go in detail in your prompting, the way it's gonna make things easier for me. Easier for me because there are some things I couldn't do, but AI helped me. Whereby I could have went a long route to get something, but because AI is just here, I could just do a couple of texts, then I'm gonna get a response. But not everyone would get the same response that I'm getting.
This is a good point that Diyayo explained. Basically, one properly use of the AI. Basically, you have the knowledge and you explain in detail to the AI what you want, and the AI gives you back exactly what you want. In this case, there is the knowledge of the human behind that explain exactly in detail, adding many points to reach a professional results. Okay, but this is even what brings the not professional people to reach almost a professional results, basically, because the AI, I noticed that the AI already knows the next step that you want to do. So I am not a professional. I just wrote, make me an image like this, and then the AI propose me how to make it better, basically. And if you all just write, yes, make it better, yes, make it better, yes, make it professional, yes, make it like a content creator, you reach to the end almost the same result of a professional. But this is
so funny. That is so funny, because the more I follow the train of thought of the AI, the more my result is worse, actually.
The more what?
Say it again.
I mean, if I follow your suggestion, I will click yes, make it more. You basically respond to each open question of the AI. The more I follow yes, do it, blah blah blah, the more my result will be terrible, actually. And I use paid systems. I pay the money monthly for this stuff. And I use a detailed prompt. But if you want attention to detail, you want a good looking stuff, it's basically not properly working. I mean, I don't know.
I think I get what you say. You shouldn't fully base your project on AI.
Mm-hmm.
Some of the things you could do AI with, but still at the end it's gonna need human touch. Like the whole structure and idea of the project needs to come from you as a worker. Then some parts around that you really need, that you really feel like, okay, AI could help me with, can help you with that. But still, let me say 25% of the project needs to be based on AI creation and 75% needs to be you as a person.
And okay, so this is for generative content like art and music and so on.
Yes.
But what about AI that is basically used for automation? And this is the thing. This will hit pretty hard because you automate a lot of things. Of course, people, they say, yeah, those workers, they will be left out. That is their problem. They need to have another set of skills. Not everybody is, I would say, made of the same fabric to be able to have another set of skills. I mean, we are all different. We have our place in each segment of the society. And how is it going to be for those people who are clerks?
Who are immune to AI,
Yes, I mean, not everybody is going to be able to cope with all of this. And this is not just a few jobs. I mean, it's not like you got the next revolution, like maybe in the 1800s, you had those lamplighters in Europe. They used to light the street lamps. You know, it was with a candle. Then they used to light with a stick. Then there was the revolution, of course, of electricity. So those people, they had to do something else. Same with the milkman. Every time there's a new improvement in our society, you got changes of job. This I understand. But with AI and automation, this is a whole different level because it's a big chunk of this blue collar workforce which is going to be left out. And so for all those people whose job is on the line, I wonder what's next.
It's hard.
It is an interesting topic because
it's hard, like, and to think of 80% other people. Like, I think 80% of the people are the people that are trying to reject AI, to say, you know what, we're not up for this, we're not ready for this. This is not us. You know, we are fine with the way things are working. So deploying AI full force, the 80% is going to sit out. That's very deep.
But that's the purpose. We need to go deep into those subjects because we need to wonder what's next. I mean, even myself, if I'm not careful, my job is on the line in a couple of years. Yeah. You can automate basically most of what I do. You don't need me as an employee. I'm replaceable. So not everybody is going to be managers. I mean, you cannot just, those people, what are they going to be if they are not blue collars? Everybody's going to be a manager, and manage what? Manage an automation. So I forgot, I think it was Elon Musk or some other person like that who said the other day that the aim would be for people to be working would be optional. That was the thing. Working would be optional. I would like to see that happening, and then I would like to see the face of my grandfather when I would tell him, you know what, nowadays working is optional. Yeah, he would freak out. But
the point
if
is
those people, sorry, go ahead.
So, in my opinion, the point is even that the AI is more applicable for the, like Diyayo said, for the owner of company. This is already going, and we normal people that we are replaced from, we don't get it. For us, it's the futures, but it's already happening.
You say, yeah, it works for company owners. Of course, it benefits them. I mean, I would be a boss owners, and I would be kind of an asshole. Yes, of course, I would take AI over the workers, but you have to think about all of those people that are going to be
True. Like
left out. I mean,
a few days back, I went to KFC. When I got there, few years back, you used to find your boma 5 waiters, 5 people standing in front ready to take your orders, and there's like 15 people at the back preparing your order. Few days back when I went, I found two waiters in front, and there's an
this is already replaced from the, you can order from the screen, you don't have you don't need any human touch with people. I'm honest, I love this kind of automatic payment place. I don't have to greet no one, mostly on the early morning. I have to fight with myself first, and then I don't have the mood to be smiling and greeting the other people. So I get my coffee, I pay automatic, I just pay and go away. And unfortunately, like me, are many people, and this impact, yes, the work of a cashier, basically.
You see, so there's people like Fabio that's gonna make sure that AI gets deployed, like and check.
I mean,
Oh yeah.
I mean, this is AI in terms of automation of things, because here we are talking about automation of things and also generative AI. I would say yes, automation is it's a good thing, but also it's terrible because a lot of jobs are. You know it as much as I do. It's
to me, this kind of automatization are not, of course, properly AI, but they are following the same concept, basically. The modernity, the new instruments, it's going to change.
But I mean, also with not just for service industry, like in a fast food or in a mall or something, but also you work in an office. You have your professional knowledge, you have to use certain softwares, you have to respond to emails to client, and so on and so on. All of those softwares, it requires manual keying, manual input of the data, verifying the documents, and so on and so on.
Yeah.
You automatize everything. You don't need this. You just have your prompt of coding, everything is properly set at the beginning, and then boom, you automate everything, you reduce the margin of errors, you don't need the workers. You can close an office of 20, 30 people.
And it will come very soon, I would say, because I'm sure all the owner company looking for improve the earning, and in 2-3 years we will probably have some kind of crisis. Many people are left to home because in this case artificial intelligence can replace the sun driver. Of course, not driving from Italy to Germany. This will be a little bit harder, but I know there is already experimental project where Amazon is delivering with the drone already, Amazon have already some car, camion, truck without any person for the local delivery. So this is already inside, and how can takes long that we will see many without person drive in the street? To me, 2-3 years.
And we discussed already about this privately, Fabio, but we already have a lot of automation in ports. For me, this is a topic that interests me because I work in logistics, for people who know me. And you have, for example, in the port of Rotterdam in the Netherlands, or maybe all the ports in China, they are automated. You don't have any dockers, you don't have any people working the cranes. Everything is automated. And I think in some ports in the US also, automation is there. So basically, you remove the dockers, you remove also the possibility for strikes, because the dockers, they are the first people to paralyze a country. They are always on strike. It's okay. They operate kind of like a mafia locally in each countries. And so for this, of course, it's a lot of productivity gain, monetary gain, of course. You reduce also the margin of error with these automations. But of course, human beings, one thing that is amazing about us is that we are very resilient. We always adapt in front of adversity. But I would say this development of AI on a large scale will be really the next biggest challenge that we will face as humans. I mean, I don't know. At least that's my point of view, because I don't see it as a fully bright thing, you know.
True.
And so we discussed about those impacts on improvements on daily life, on how it can potentially will or will not impact our jobs. Because on one side, I mean, we see on the news a lot of people are laid off because of AI. At some points, I do wonder, is AI really replacing those people? Or is it an excuse that, you know, those companies say, hey, I mean, we implement AI, you are not needed anymore. Maybe it's just basically they need to lay off a chunk of the workforce because maybe the numbers are not good and so on. This is another topic. And so to continue further with this generative AI, because this is the main thing, we would like to discuss about the ethical challenges and the risk of such a thing. To talk a little bit quickly on the ethical part, I would like to discuss about copyright infringement, IP. What do you guys think about all of this? Because I think it was a few more earlier this year, or was it last year? I'm not good this time, sorry. We saw this craze for generative content, where you could input your prompt and the AI would generate your character in the style of some Japanese animation, but the Japanese style is essentially the style of a famous Chinese animation studio. And the creator of that studio, the main artist, was freaking out in view of these creations. You know, we call them abominations. How do you guys view this?
This is exactly the point when the normal people can reach the result of a professional. So these people from the studio, it's a well-known, and of course they freaking out because all the people can actually copy their intellectual property, because we're speaking about intellectual property,
Exactly. Yes. Yes.
copyright and intellectual property, because if I am the owner of an idea and this idea is on the web in a post or something, this prove my intellectual property of the things. So today you don't need to have the official copyright of something. Even the intellectual property is something that is defended from the law. And this is one case. But what can do this studio to stop with this? Basically, nothing to me. Unfortunately.
Isn't
It's very hard. Once it's on the net and AI can copy that and duplicate that, I don't know if it's gonna be hard to stop it. It's like it's it's very deep. Like how can they try to take off a duplicate that's already spread it? You know, it's gonna be hard to really be in charge of the content
It
and make it not be duplicated. It has to be something.
it is impossible, because let's make a comparison. Let's say we're speaking about porn. You know, there is people that put the video on Pornhub or something like this, but in that way you can ask to the owner, to the Pornhub, to delete this one. So then you have the possibility to delete your file from the source. But with the AI is produced from every single person that can even produce it again. So if the company ban the people to use this image, I can replicate another image with a little detail that change, and this is not recognizable, and anyway I violate the copyright.
that is an interesting topic. I mean, you mentioned the adult videos, but what if also? I mean, this is we will, I guess, go a little bit further here. But okay, imagine you have a kid.
Mm.
Okay, kids nowadays, they are not like us. They were not. They did not grow up running in the garden, without a smartphone. They are basically digital natives.
Mm.
They take selfies. They exchange photos with their friends.
Yeah.
They post things on social media. You can have everything that you post online. It's sucked out somewhere.
True.
And with all those AI system, you can have, for example, a fake image of your kid made with AI in a certain way, and it can be put out there. Yourself can be manipulated with a program, and it can be used maliciously. For example, you can find yourself committing a crime somewhere in the news. You're not even aware that you committed this crime because you didn't commit it. But the AI generated something based on your face model and everything. Then that is very dangerous. And people will say, there's video proof, you are there. And actually the video will be very well made, because nowadays you see a lot. I find this very funny. Sometimes you check your social media, you see videos. It's hilarious. You see Fabio, you wish
a video. So I am aware that there is a video with AI and could be fake. But last week comes on my eyes, scrolling the platform, a video where two Italian policemen was arresting a religious man, and this man was so it was that a religious would never say the truth. It was explained. I have sex with was positive. It was allowing the fact. This thing is not possible. You will never see a priest, a religious man that say the kid was accomplished to the violence, to the sex violence. The point is, I check 3 times this video, and only because I know how good can I be, I say this video is a fake. But watching this video, I don't see just one wrong detail that lead me to think is AI. We know there is Suno. Suno you can pay with credits, and if you pay something like 200 euros or dollars, whatever, you can have a so high definition that is not recognizable with the AI or is a true video. Basically, now if you have the money, you can produce a video that are not identifiable as AI. I saw this video, I am aware, and if I see this video again, I think it's true. And just think if it's people with older generation like my father or our parents or people are not so near to the AI, then they will think it's true. And this will be a problem because if I do a video, I can put you in a bad situation, and then you have to explain to the whole world that is a fake. This goes to your cost to prove your innocence, basically. And I think this is something that already the police, let's say the cyber police, so all the world police that treat the cyber crimes and something like this are working a lot to fight this kind of thing. But which is the solution? The solution is only one: identification of the people. So if I know, if the police knows that behind that video there is Fabio, then Fabio thinks twice before to make something that could be dangerous. If Fabio is covered from some anonymity, Fabio have no problem to produce content that could be dangerous. I just don't care. I'm covered from anonymity. Nothing happens to me. And this is something that the World Cyber Police is working. So the point is the identification is not available for everyone. So not all the people knows that Fabio is behind that account. This is known only from the police. For all other people, for all the other users, Fabio is just an account and they will never know who is behind Fabio. Basically, it will happen that you have to make a new customer for your account to be able to publish something made with AI. It's not already thing, but this is one of the options has the cyber police to fight the not proper use of the AI content, basically. Someone don't like it.
Okay, that's a very interesting thing, I would say. But there will always be no matter
from my vision, I think that if I'm doing something criminal, if I'm doing something, I'm not doing something, I would have not. I'm not fear the police.
But I mean, like in a sense, like we were saying earlier, kids, future kids, they consume content, they produce content. There will be ambitions. What are we gonna do?
I think that serious to that level of seriousness. I think we at some point we would need to AI detector app, an AI that detects voice. That could be the only way to find out if this thing the way new AIs are so accurate in the human eye and differentiate if it's not. Another AI can see if this is AI. We need more
This is
AI.
good.
Mhm.
No, that is the concept of the copyright music detector. You know, you put music or software on TikTok, there is a pre-check of the software, and if you see copyright songs, they do it basically. So now that detect all the copyrighted songs, and each in a few seconds if there is copyright or less. To AI could be an option like the IOC, something that check if it's made with AI or not. But of course, this is a good way to
Yes.
earn money for a good developer.
Yeah, maybe actually it can create new jobs, basically, with this. But the thing is, until we reach that level,
Yeah,
how many jobs will be hurt?
a lot, a
That's
lot.
that's one thing. And so,
I'm thinking about it now.
sorry.
I'm thinking about it now. Let's say for example, AI was for creative activities. It's gonna take a couple of hours before they could detect that it was AI involved, right?
Exactly.
And be by the time they that it's AI, a lot of stuff would have happened, you know. So
Imagine, for example, you you are a grown man, you have a kid for a while because he lives across the country, he or she lives across the country, and suddenly you receive a call from your kid. The voice with AI is going to be exactly the train of data, maybe digital footprints. Well, whenever we go online, we accept things to access those sites, and we leave those traces. They cannot. And so my point is, imagine this situation, this scenario. You are a parent, your kid across the country that you see maybe once a year suddenly call you. Hello, dad. Hello, mom. How are you? Blah, blah, blah. I'm fine. So you think you are speaking basically with your kid, but it's not. And suddenly, hey, I'm in a very bad situation. I need the money or whatever, you know?
This already happened. Pay attention. This scam already happened.
Okay.
It's already happened. The people using the AI facial face things. And of course, if my grandmother, that is an old woman that just able to understand how to see the screen, he see the screen, he see my face. She does not think twice if that could be Fabio or not. This already happened in Italy. We have many cases of it.
So it's already worse than I thought.
Yes, Greg. Yes.
So to continue further on the dark side of all of this, let's go into the third topic, which is something that is in my brain since last week, the concern of those risks for our environment. I am not somebody who cares much about environment, but we do, I believe, have one scientist saying that the energy by generative AI is actually 5 times more important than a regular server, which means that there is a huge demand for in terms of electricity to make those models run. And the thing is, we already are in a situation where, for example, in Europe, because we are European with Fabio and it touches directly, we see that a lot of governments are already so much involved into this green thing that they are closing power plant. We have electricity outage that happened recently in Spain. And to be honest, more will come later. We don't have the power grid necessary for many things. So with this generative AI thing, it's going to be over the roof.
Bro,
We know already that in a few years.
Can I intercept
Yes.
that? In South Africa,
Sure.
we call it load shedding, whereby every month
Yes.
we are issued a schedule whereby there's gonna be a total blackout in South Africa because of because of things like that. It's starting to be a normal thing whereby we know that okay, around this time during this day electricity is going to be off. It's going to go off for 2 hours or for 4 hours because of things like that. And man, okay, AI is all good and fun when you do the stuff, but when you look at what it's doing to other things, cause like for example, I'd say mortuary. You know mortuary, right? Whereby when you die, they take you there to freeze your body, ne? Mortuary, mortuary, the freezers need to be on every time.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
You understand? So now you find there's a time whereby there's no electricity for the whole day. What happens to the corpse?
The body becomes liquid. Yes.
You understand?
They become juice.
There's people that
There's
people that live based on electricity from hospitals, like if you switch off the machines it goes off. Now you have things like load shedding that takes the whole day because of the energy that's used for AI. Like when you look at things like that, you're like, nah, but at the same time you're like, yeah, we need it for productivity and growth, but at the same time it's killing us. I think personally, at some point human beings are gonna get together and start to fight this. People who are not really into AI, when they start seeing what AI is doing to the environment because of this, that could be another war on itself.
Yes, and this is you reach. You mentioned a very scary point with those load. How do you call this? Load shedding.
Load shedding. You should Google it.
Load shedding. Okay.
It's called load shedding. Google it.
Okay.
Say South African load shedding.
Okay, I will do a research about this for sure.
Yes.
And that's the thing, because this huge demand in electricity. Because the research was basically talking about the mines. Why the mines? Because in order to conduct that electricity, you need copper. In order to make the components, you need rare earths, all those fine materials and so on. The mines, a lot of them are basically in, if I don't say anything stupid, they are in West Australia. They got those huge mine in open territory, because Australia is huge and desert. And those mines, of course, are progressively running out of those raw materials to extract. So they have to move elsewhere and open a new mine. But in order to open a new mine, it's not so easy. It can take up to 10 years to have all the regulation in place and everything. And so we are basically destroying a lot of the environment to find a new pool of those finite resources in order to meet our global demands for certain things. The same with rare earths in order to make the batteries for the electric cars. And all of this is very scary, because we are essentially running out of resources. We are running on fumes.
Yeah.
And everybody is saying this is the future, this is blah blah blah, but all of this is actually very worrying. So as you said, not only we have the hospital that needs 24/7 maintenance on electricity, mortuaries, and what about your bank account,
bro?
Because nowadays everybody wants digital money.
Man, it becomes bad. It becomes bad. Like, yo, when I have to think about it, there's a lot of stuff that stands still because of the. Let me tell you. So our government, this side, our government gets electricity from a private company that owns mines.
Mm-hmm.
You understand? That owns mines, that does all the electricity and stuff and all of that. Now the government owes the private company. So the company can shut down electricity whenever they want to. They can do whatever they want with their codes and all of that. So they don't really care much about the people and the environment, as long as whoever's coming and buying that stuff, it's making profit out of that. So there could be a big company that wants that energy for their private use from overseas. Trust me, that private company is going to sell everything to that outside company.
This is a good point to touch another point I want to say. The energy. Now we get the energy from the rare earth. We take from the mines. We take out the copper, and then we take out everything. But basically, I think it will be a comeback of nuclear energy. All the people, all the land, they take it out the nuclear plant because the green environment activists fight for this. Maybe they have right, but now it comes an emergency. It comes an emergency. We have no electricity, and just things. All the land, the Europe, they pushing for electric car. Electric car, it's need a giant amount of energy. So in the next year, due to the electricity car and the massive use of the AI, the server, all the not the server like this, it will come an electricity emergency, which is the fastest option to save everything. Because no electricity, we have no money. Where are your money? Even if
Absolutely,
are not crypto, our money are just numbers on a bank account. No electricity, you have no money.
No money.
So the point is, don't let the electricity down, which is the fastest solution, nuclear plants. There is some land. Greg is a French friend. France is the only one land in Europe that have the nuclear plant, basically.
But that is the thing. You said people will revert to nuclear again, but what is Germany doing right now? They just dismantled their last power plant.
Yeah,
and you don't set it back up within a month.
No. I just mentioned your land, Greg, because France would be the land that could earn a lot from this emergency. This is not a bad thing, because France decided to take the nuclear plants anyway, and no one could foresee this. But now the France is the land that is ready to spread the energy, and then it will decide the cost, it will decide everything, it will give priority to its land first, of course, and yes.
Oh, I can tell you it does not give its citizen any preferential price on electricity, that's for sure. I remember when I was there, the price of electricity was over the roof. Here, in comparison, Asia, the price of electricity is very cheap. and you can just have
They
your
have some
entire home.
nuclear plant, Greg.
Yes.
In Taiwan,
Yes,
they have it.
No, of course.
Oh, okay. Okay. So, which is the mentality about the Asia, about the nuclear? Because in Europe, we all know there are green, is dangerous, and everyone.
Okay. Do you see those Asian capitals? I mean, you go from Tokyo to all the big cities in Japan, to all the megalopolis in China, South Korea, Taiwan, and so on and so on.
Exactly. Yes.
Electricity 24/7, and it's very cheap. Very, very cheap.
Because it's
So-
by nuclear plant, basically.
Yes, and do they care about the environment? No. No,
Oh.
not at all. Nobody
Okay,
cares.
and apart from France, because I was thinking as a European, but worldwide thinking, region like Asian region, so all the capital you mentioned, they will be owner of the electricity power, and then they can decide if I want to give you. And my question, what about the USA? USA has the nuclear plant. Could be USA independent about electricity power?
We would need to ask
To chat
an American
GPT,
friend.
Greg.
No, I mean, I was thinking of, is there any American users here on the scene? I don't know.
No, I don't think, because Sur is from Norway, or I'm sorry, Sur, I don't know exactly from where are you coming from, but he comes from Norway or that land on that point. So it's not a USA citizen, I mean.
But okay, I would need to update my knowledge on the topic. But I saw the US was quite self-sufficient for many of those resources. At least for the audio, they have a lot of petrol. How to call that? Sometimes the English is not coming, but basically they have the petrol things in the Rocky Mountains or something. So they are quite sufficient for many things. As for the nuclear, probably, I guess. This is something to verify. Not with ChatGPT, but please.
I'm not aware about this situation in USA, but I guess they have a nuclear plant. Thinking about the American, how I see them, they don't care much about.
They must have something. If they don't have it on their land, they must have it on one of the lands they have occupied, probably. You know.
This is even something, yes.
They have a lot of power plants in the US. I got it.
Yes.
In every state, of course, you got power stations. So here's the answer. But yes, and Americans are known to. This is not a criticism, but it is well known that they basically do not care much as the Europeans for the environment. Same as the Asians, I would say. But of course, the mentality is a little bit switching, and we see some people who have this mindset to take care of the environment, but we are not there yet. I mean, they are not like the Europeans. We are we are beating ourselves, basically.
Exactly. Yes.
As if we are. I fear in Europe we are basically like those Christian processions where especially in Spain, they do the penitence or something. They beat themselves. This is what exactly we are doing. Yes, we are doing this as if we have to pay for all that is bad on this earth. But what we do regarding the environment is a tiny. Of course, you can debate that someone has to do it. I agree. Mm-hmm. But what we are doing is infinite compared to take a plane, go to the other side of the world, and you will see. It's insane. People don't care, actually. So what are you doing with your recycling and everything? When here I live in Asia, everything is wrapped in plastic. Everything.
I just want to say this. We are in Europe taking care about the wrapping, should not be plastic, recycling. We are complicating our life, and our efforts are very ethereal, inexistent, because there is a land in Asia that first they wrapping everything, and about company in Europe, company they have to filter the water, they have to filter the refuse of the working. You just watching in India, they using chemical material and just putting, just let the production water in the sea anyway, and no one stopping them. Like Greg say, what we are doing is just like a drop in a sea. So our effort to fight the environment, the health of environment is nothing.
Yes. And so you add on top of this, of course, the generative AI and the impact it has on the environment. I don't want to sound negative. I mean, the French, we are known for being negative for many things and being critical about many topics. Maureti here maybe can confirm with me that point. But yes, it's quite alarming that what is happening. I do hope some people in high position can actually use their resources, their connection, because those people in high places, they are the best ones to have an impact on governments, on basically anything. And I hope they find it within themselves to think about all of this, because before reaching to the stars, like what Elon Musk say, I saw a video last time. He was saying that our next stage of evolution is basically to go to the stars. But hey, before going to the stars, how about we do not trash our Earth? That will be the priority.
So, yeah, we are wasting the place where we are living, or this is even part of the evolution, I want to say. But the point is, it will come more something like a war than a union of many land together. Because when there is economical reason behind, if Germany, let's say, okay, I want again my nuclear plant, and then they don't care about the other, they just look for itself. This is in human natures. It works like a human person, and it works even like a land, I want to say. When we are pushed in a corner, to say, okay, maybe I need 5 years to restore my nuclear plant, but I care more about what the ONU says, or what the activist says, or what America is out. I don't care. I will do it to save themselves. This is the catastrophic scenario for the next year, where people that lose job and go to work to music for what class the best.
That is a good view, because I share the same. If nothing is done, we go to a mad scenario, and the future with everything connected.
Exactly.
So
the will be electricity in the next years.
Yes.
It will be, and it seems not a beautiful scenario, because people is anyway involved, wrapped from of not awareness, and just being dominated from what happened, and is everything dominated from money, from what the big company are going to do, and from what our government are going to decide. Because in Italy, we say that we don't want a nuclear plant longer, they take it out, but if there is a crisis, if there is an emergency, Italian can see again the nuclear plants, because the need of the folk is more than the need of only a group of people, of course, and it will change. So I invite all of you guys on the scene. Join with a specific channel that is called. We have a specific channel that is called Join Community Talk. In that we can each member of the Discord can suggest a topic that we can speak the next week or in the next weeks, and we will be glad to receive any topics that is related to talk about. This will be very helpful from your side because many visions and many point of view.
Yes, sir.
So, of course, I mean, if with this topic that we covered today on generative AI, the goal was not to end on the dark side, but to give you at least elements to think about how you consume things, be it for improving your daily job, but also be wary about the repercussions of what can happen to us. You think also the impact that you have on the Mother Nature.
Exactly.
So, on that note, would you like guys to stop, or would you like to discuss about something else?
On my side, I'm checking the time. We are over 15 minutes from the end time. So from my side, I would like to say I have stuff, and we shouldn't only focus on the goal of it. We try to message, like at the time. If you use a few things, but achieving a few things, it's taking away a few things from somebody, So we should be possibly we do, and man, they got very fast speed. I didn't think we would go. We've seen what Sora been doing the past few weeks. Sora has been showing us situations on another level. But same thing, we need to be careful like that, because if you're not careful, only be careful when you do criminalities. Be careful.
That's the thing.
It's sometimes not easy to recognize immediately the dangerous. Just making 40 years ago in Germany was producing ether. It was cheap, it was from recyclable things, but without this that makes cancer. But the people realize this after 12. After 20 years, all the people have an Ethernet roof on the head. So this is part of the game of the news. You don't know the side effects as long you are going to face it. So now we are more aware, we can think about, but we already don't know which is the worst part of the AI as long it will comes out. I just want to close with a personal thought. I am a very, let's say, egoistic person. I'm not the one that want to save the world or pushing a good mentality to save the world. In my personal vision, AI cannot be stopped. If you think yes, then okay, you can think other. But in my vision, AI cannot be stopped. What's happened can go only worse. And if you have a job, you should start to think now to how can you change your job related to AI. Because again, in my worst case scenario, like Mad Max style, or I will be one that can manage the AI and work with, or I will be one that will go to work in the mine to grab the energy to let the AI work. this is my catastrophical ending thought of
It's
the
not.
day.
It's not so catastrophic all, because the worst part is when we don't have electricity anymore and resources, we will have other problems than those AI. How long are we on the talk? I think over 1 hour and a half.
1 hour and 20.
We were 20 minutes longer, basically.
Okay.
Nice.
Because it's like almost 10:20 p.m. here. I need to get things done for tomorrow.
Of course.
But it was a productive talk. It was interesting to bounce ideas with you guys. If any of you guys want to submit any concern, any remarks, feel free to use our Discord channel to submit anything that you want, basically. And feel free to add any topic that you would like us to discuss. Feel free to even join the talk with us. I mean, we would be glad to see fresh heads here. And on that note, I will wrap it for me. I will close this central end, and I wish you a good end of the week, a strong Monday tomorrow. Tomorrow evening you have on Monday, so you guys can dance and breathe out your stress. I would say, I mean, on Monday, this is what it is for. Basically, it's a place to relax. Unfortunately, I cannot join it anymore due to time difference, but I have vivid memories of on Monday. So, guys, thank you again for the talk.
Thank you.
I will see you next week.
Thank you, Greg. Thank you, Diyayo. Thank you to everyone.
We had a very professional planned straight to the concept and don't run away. I love it.
This time, but we are just learning, Diyayo. We don't do it this as job, and we are just learning. And I want to invite the people to next Sunday to be not on the screen would be better, but at least join with the voice on the Discord. It makes the communication easier. Our idea, of course, is interact with the people on the scene, but I am realizing that it's very hard to be on the screen and on the same time writing on the people and conduct a second talk with the people in the chat. This will be, then we have to work on this, and then we have to need someone that take care of this on the scene, but we will discuss this